All right, Norman Reedus has said that the season finale of Daryl Dixon Season 2 is the best Walking Dead thing ever. Let's talk about it. So welcome back to the channel. I'm Spectrum, and yeah, we used to do this before. We're gonna do it. So we're gonna do it again. We got some more Walking Dead content to talk about. Daryl Dixon is coming our way soon. I am doing a podcast called Dead Talk with my good buddy Colt. I will leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description. Please, please, please show him some love. But yeah, let's get into this article. I found this article. You've probably seen the news that, you know, that Norman Reedus has said this, and it's a pretty bold statement to say that season 2 finale of Daryl Dixon will be the best Walking Dead anything ever. I mean, that's a pretty bold statement, but I have a lot of faith in Norman. I don't think he would just say something to hype something up without, you know, like, he wouldn't clickbait us. You know what I mean? I mean, I just don't think that's his style. So I found this Screen Rant article where it says Norman Reedus is hyped up one episode in The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 2 is the best episode of the entire franchise he's ever seen. Daryl Dixon Season 2 will be shaking things up for the survivor who will be in France fighting against, I think this is Puffor. I don't know. I don't speak French. Anyway, when the show returns. However, the season will also focus on Carol trying to find out where he is, making her way overseas in an attempt to bring him home. So yeah, we have Carol coming in. Could that have something to do with? Let's okay. We'll wait for that. I don't want to talk about a death of a major character, but could that maybe happen? Could that be the big whatever? I don't think so. I don't think so. I hope not. Gosh, I hope not. Anyway, speaking with Collider though, Reedus hyped up Daryl Dixon Season 2's finale. This is a quote from Norman. I think it's got some time left in it. I want the character to end correctly. It started correctly, and I put too much work into it to be a drone shot waving goodbye. You know what I mean? I want him to get his justice. It still has a huge fan base. I get mobbed all the time because of the show. In France, when the posters went up, it was bananas. We're about to start Season 3, but I will have to say that the finale of Season 2 is the best 1 hour Walking Dead anything ever. I've said it before. I stick to it. It's mind-blowing. So, you know, I guess that has us probably, like, if you're anything like me, a die-hard Walking Dead fan, that has your mind going, what could be so epic? What could be so epic? And the easy thing to do is to jump to Rick. Could Rick maybe show up in France, come in and save the day, save Daryl? And I don't really like that idea. I mean, yeah, I'd love to see Daryl and Rick reunite, but this is Daryl's story. Daryl is the lead here. Daryl has been the Walking Dead lead since Rick Grimes flew off in a helicopter to the CRM. You know, and I don't think it would do him justice to have you know, Rick just kind of swoop in and save the day. So I don't think that we're going to see a Rick cameo that way. You know, it's possible that we could see maybe something over the radio where they speak and they say, you know, yeah, we'll see each other when you get back to America or something like that. But I don't want to see Rick swoop in with the CRM and save the day. Whatever situation Daryl and Carol find themselves in, I want to see Daryl and Carol get themselves out of that. You know, I don't want them to have Big Brother help. You know, I think it would cheapen Daryl's character to do that. And Daryl's character is just as much a tough, you know, he really just stepped up when Rick was gone. You know, he doesn't need to be saved. He's not that type of character. So if it's not Rick showing up, then what could be so epic? Well, you know, that we'll have to wait and find out. But I do have some thoughts on what it could be. We do, let's say, okay, what could it be? What if some of these running variants were somehow released in America and we could see them maybe attacking the Commonwealth? That would be a way that we could see Rick in the final episode of Season 2, setting up something later down the road for maybe a Daryl and Rick reunion, and not have Rick jumping in and being the savior that the savior, but you know what I mean, just showing up and saving Daryl, because again, Daryl does not we don't need Rick saving Daryl, because that is Daryl has his character has changed enough that is not who he is. He may not have ever been who he was. You let me know in the comments what you think. But so yeah, that would be an interesting way. And maybe Daryl and Carol try to stop that from happening. They're not able to, and some of the Daryl Dixon characters die in the process. You know, the show Daryl Dixon, not Daryl Dixon, but some of the show's characters die in the process, and you know, there's no way for them to warn Rick that this is coming. And then we see that play out. That would be a really interesting way, and that could be pretty epic. But I still don't think that's going to be it. So what could it be then? What do I kind of see going as we branch season 2 into season 3? That season 2's finale could be so epic. Well, we do know that season 3 is going to take place in France. So I kind of think that we'll get this epic battle between Daryl Dixon's group and Madame Janae's group, and we may learn more about Madame Janae and who she is, what this group is, if there is a CRM connection. I do think it's possible that we do get something on the radio between Rick and Daryl. I think Carol is completely safe. I think Laurent is safe. I'm not sure about Isabel. You know, I could see her maybe checking out at the end of season 2. We do know that season 3 is going to take place in France. And for those of you who don't know, Rick Grimes does have a brother. His name is Jeffrey Grimes, and I think there's one comic that talks about him, and he is actually in Spain. So what if we have this epic battle between Daryl and Madame Janae's group? Maybe Daryl is injured, or they're defeated, and we see some way of like this injured Daryl needing help, and he comes across Jeffrey Grimes, and we get their introduction, and maybe Jeffrey, before he says his name, he says, "Oh, another American. I'm from America." And Daryl says, "My name's Daryl Dixon," and he says, "My name's Jeffrey Grimes." And then we fade to black. That would be pretty epic, I think, because then season 3 would set up, who is Jeffrey Grimes? Is he a villain? Does he lead this group? Does he lead a new group that we'll find that's maybe, you know, you can't really say bad, because bad is what is bad in this world, you know? When you really think about it, like Negan did bad things, but was he bad? I mean, not really. You know, he was just doing his best to lead a group and do right by them. Now, he did some pretty bad things to his group, so yeah, I guess you could say he was bad. But you know, like Rick did bad things to save his group, so that would come into question. You know, who is Jeffrey Grimes, and what does Daryl you know, is Daryl able to stay, you know, like to be friendly with him, or does he see a problem here that he has to eliminate? That would be really interesting. And then maybe at the end of season 3 we do finally get that Rick and Daryl reunion. But yeah, so I think that could definitely be the way that season 2 could end, some kind of epic battle, and then we do get introduced to Jeffrey Grimes. Well, that's really all I have for this video for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I will leave this Screen Rant article linked in the description for you in case you want to check it out yourself. It's a pretty good read. And yeah, I'm going to ask you to do all the YouTube stuff. You know what they are by now. Like, share, subscribe, comment, share with a friend. I think I said share twice, but you know, maybe share twice. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. And guys, I'm happy to be making these videos for you again. It's going to get crazy. There's going to be a lot of Daryl Dixon stuff coming out, and I can't wait to bring it to you and get excited. And we don't have too much longer to wait. Daryl Dixon season 2 comes out September 29th, the last Sunday in September. Let's go. And guys, I will see you in the next video.